Welcome again to another episode. I'm so much excited to tell you that we are in the coastal region, Kilifi County, for another project. In this particular project, I'm just gonna take you through a sneak peek of what we are supposed to do. We've just landed, ready to start the interior fit outs of this project. We've just offloaded some of the materials that we are supposed to use. I will just give you the details of what we are supposed to do on this particular project. First of all, we've been subcontracted to do the interiors, and in the interior part, we are doing the ceiling works, we are doing the electrical works, we are doing the lighting, we are doing the kitchen, we are doing the wardrobes, bathroom vanities, bathroom shower cubicles, skimming and paint work, all the woodworks, flooring, and many other things. Once again, guys, thank you so much for always taking your time to watch our episodes. Today, I'm extremely excited to introduce to you a very magnificent project that I've been doing for quite a while. We are in the coastal province. We are in Mombasa, Kilifi County. We are just about to reveal one of the most special projects we've been doing this year. We have come to the conclusion. It has been a journey, and today I'm extremely excited to just show you the nitty-gritties or the specific items that we were subcontracted to do on this particular project. Welcome. So guys, as I walk in, this is the main entry point, and I actually didn't want to get it wrong. I really didn't want to get it wrong. If you guys know how interior designers, what they go through, it is hell on this world, because you're supplying things that you never know if they will like it. So this place, I decided to just get it right. As you drive in, you get this travertine floors. These are natural stones. They're not cheap. They're very expensive. I think 1 square meter is going at around 8,000, between 6,500 to 8,000, and that is buying. You haven't bought it, can't be put by cheap adhesive, and the workmanship, that is the fundi who installs this thing, they have to get it right. So the most expensive fundi, most expensive tile, the most expensive whatever. So this entity alone is roughly almost 500,000. So, and then when you are also buying these trimmings again, you'll get a designer or a fundi who supplies this thing, and then they tile up to here. So these trimmings, you buy them separately, and they have to make for you if you really don't want joints. So you buy this as a piece, and it flows all the way, and you, because I didn't want joints, I bought this. Then even when you're trimming this pillar around, this one again, you buy it separate, and now you have to calculate and know. Then I also wanted the skirting gotten right. Then there is this planter on this other side that I also didn't want to get it wrong. So the top part, this is a stone. So if I am ordering this stone, I want to get it right, I order these pieces independently, and I order them independently so that I can get the bullnose on the outer side, so that when I do the tiles on the other side, this overflows to the other side and the other ones remain inside. The planter here, the flowers have started growing, so I want to now come with the pebbles, the white pebbles, put inside, and now get it right. The pillar here, Mazera, the gray Mazera, well done. And as I told you, look at the beautiful door. So you're trying to get it right from the entry point, and that is something people call getting an entry porch right. So look at the door. It is as if it's complicated. It's as if it is too expensive, but it's not too much. So just beautiful straight lines with a little bit of decoration on the side, a trimming on that side, a trimming on that side. And now the architrave. All the architraves most of the times are 70, 60, 65, whatever. I decided to go with 120 just to pop out this space. And because the frame is big, it's around 300. So I had to just get it right. Also the handles, we also imported. And then the light at the entry point. My God, this thing, very small, simple, but the light is just, look at the bulbs. It's beautiful. Then the downlighters, because we did gypsum here. Got it right. And that is it for the entry point. Let's walk in. So guys, we are inside the house now. This house is a mansionette, that is a villa, whereby we have the ground floor and we also have the first floor. On the ground floor, we have a number of spaces that we worked on, and that is the lounge, which is a double volume. A void, for those people who know, a void is a space whereby the lounge doesn't have a slab on at the level of the ceiling. So it takes up the two levels, whereby now you have the ground floor and the first floor all the way to the upper, to the roof. And that also allows you to have a massive chandelier flowing all the way from the top to the bottom. For those people who are sitting down with the architects, those are some of the details or specifications that if you have space on your compound that is on maybe a quarter plot or a half an acre or an acre, and you have space to get other rooms, you can go for a double volume, because you are almost like doing away with one room on top of your lounge. And that gives you a leeway to do beautiful things like a double volume, massive ceilings, big cornices, and decorative focal walls which are big, and that is it. So as I was saying, we've done the lounge, we've done the balcony, we've done the staircase area, we've done the sitting room, we've done the kitchen, we've done the pantry, we've done the Dobby area, the DSQ for the house girl, and we have a guest bedroom on the ground floor, and also we have an office. Then a summary of the first floor, we have the staircase landing, which is the lobby, and then we have the family room, we have the void that takes part of the first floor, and then we have 3 bedrooms on the first floor. And apart from that, because it's a flat roof, we also had an opportunity to work on the terrace, and all the rooms are extremely spacious. So design part is very key. And at this particular point, without forgetting that so many people who have told me, please send a shout out. Let me not forget some of the team members who have just helped us, because we picked this project at a baby stage, because I was called by my client when the structure had just come up, before even the plasters. I remember I took a video when we had just picked up the site, and the windows had not been fixed, no doors, the floors were not there, the walls were still virgin. And we've been working on this project. We've worked so closely with the contractor who's actually become my friend. And for those clients who are also looking for a contractor in the coastal region, Creme de la Creme Limited has really given me a big hand towards finishing this project. And without forgetting, I also subcontracted my sister, Cherry Bitok, to do our curtains. All the curtains in this house has been done by Cherry Bitok. So without wasting a lot of time, I'll just go into the details. Because I received this project when it was completely bare, I took these steps. First of all, the client agreed to our normal process, and our process normally is a site visit, which we charge any time out of the county. That is our headquarters, that is Nairobi. We normally charge 25,000, be it in Mombasa, be it in Malindi, be it in Mtwapa, be it in Busia, be it in Kakamega, and it's flat rate across all the clients. Then from there we had a chat, me, my client, and the contractor. We went through the brief, we talked a lot, and she trusted my brief. And when we finished, I went back, and then the next process has always been design. And it is a key thing in the process. When I go through my entire process and I just go step by step, that is, I do this. I come for a site visit whereby I visualize what I'm going to work on, and that is maybe the design process. Then I go sit down. The visualization of the site visit helps me to smoothly work through the design. So I go to design and I'm doing my designs after visualization. So I did my designs nicely. Send them to the client. We do our first draft within a week. We sent to her the drafts. She looked at them, and for sure, I echoed what she was really anticipating, and she told me that even some of the things she didn't even expect, and she just approved the design immediately. After that, from the draft, we only changed one time. We changed the ceiling after she realized that some of the ceilings, I think, was it in the master bedroom, was a bit complicated or was a bit intricate. She decided to tone it down. She wanted simple and elegant, and we toned down that ceiling and revised the draft, sent it back to her. She approved. Then we went to the third phase, which is billing. We did the billing. We went through the billing process whereby you send out your first draft, and probably she will remove, add, or whatever things that are not necessary. We went through that within a very short period of time, and then a week after, she approved and she signed the contract, and we hit the ground, and it has been a beautiful journey. And for sure, when I say beautiful journey, it does not mean that it doesn't have its own hurdles. We normally go through a lot on sites. It's never very smooth, but it is the experience that you gain during the construction process. So we picked up this project, and when we picked it up, we were doing the floors, we were doing the ceilings, we were doing the walls. And when I talk about the walls, it means skimming, sanding, and then painting. Then painting, we do the undercoats and then the three coats of the final paints. Then after that, we did the kitchen, and that in our quotations we call them joinery. Under joinery, we are talking about wardrobes, kitchens, doors, staircase, architraves, and many other things that are incorporate woodworks. Then apart from that, we did the cornices, we did claddings, we did shower cubicles, we did breakfast counter, granites, and many other things that I will show you. So let's walk through. So in this lounge, as I said, we did this type of floor. For the flooring, we did this is actually a wood finish kind of floor. Someone will look at it and maybe think it's wooden, but these are very nice granito tiles, which are wood finish. And we tried as much as you can to reduce the amount of grouting so that the wood feel can come out or can pop out nicely. Then apart from that, we have the curtains done by Cherry Bitok. If you can follow her on Instagram. We did these ones, the doors, the sliding aluminum doors. Then apart from that, if you come here, we have a balcony that at sometimes when you come at night and sit just here, the illumination is so beautiful. This is a balcony, an extension from the lounge when you are there and you feel like you want to extend, and that most of the times, even this proposal was a proposal we did in the design. We have an extended dining that even my client tells me that most of the times she feels more comfortable here because this is the coastal region. It is a bit hot inside, so she prefers having her meals from there. Then also when you look at the design, these are actually most of the items that we've done in this house are as per the design. So there is this cladding that we proposed on the front wall of the family of the lounge. We have the console. This is also custom made. We did it. This is super gloss, and then there are actually drawers here for storage, soft close as usual. With if you look around, actually as we go around, you'll find that the theme is more or less black. All the handles in this house, we have done them in black. So soft close nicely, and it's suspended. It's actually not suspended. Most of it, the proper design term is it is a floating TV unit. And then I've done our walling. behind here to carry the TV, and then all the cables are passing behind, and then now we cladded it nicely with this selected type of coral stone. We try to maintain one color because at times when you're selecting coral stones, they come in different colors. We try to get one type of stone. Then after that, we applied a sealant on top so that when you touch it, you don't get dirty. Most of the stones are very dusty. So if you leave it like that, then probably your house will be dirty. Then as you look around, some of the just details that we have really looked into so much is the trimmings. Look at most of the times people will do the tiles and then also do the skirting in tiles. We were trying to avoid those pieces of tiles that when you look around the house, you will see pieces cut into joint, because most of the times you'll find tiles either that are 600 by 600, 400 by 400, or 1200 by 1200. So at every piece of tile, you will see a joint. So we were trying to avoid that, and because the floor was in a wood finish, we decided to go for the wooden mahogany skirting, and it's run all through the house. And because of such details, sometimes people would ask and people would wait and wonder, where is kthinteriorz? They started this project long time ago. These things are not cheap, and sometimes the budgets are extreme. So what normally we do, we try and phase our projects into probably something like 4. So most clients who have all the money, they can pour all the money, and then we will just hit the project, and within a span of 3 months we are done and we are out. But in the event probably you are getting your finances in bits, you can facilitate for phase 1, then you can facilitate for phase 2, take a breather probably for a month or 2, look for your money, then take phase 3, then take a breather for maybe in phase 3, then hit us in again. Then like that, you will be able to get your things right, because the most out of experience, I have noticed that people get it wrong because they try to finish projects so fast. And at times when you're trying to finish so fast and your funds are limited or your funds are coming in bits, then you end up putting optional items or optional things. So in this case, my client really wanted the best, and she didn't want to take shortcuts, and that's why wood is not cheap, and this is mahogany. If you look at the doors are out of mvule. Any staircase mvule, things are just picked well. And in that case, that's why some of these projects, like this particular one, has taken a bit of time, because now you give time for someone to source for more funds before you continue. There are items again in this house that are probably have not been supplied, but you'll see them in the design. Here we had a console that needs to be supplied, and because the client just moved in and she's really she has used probably all her money, and now she's just furnishing in bits. So we will shoot for now without this console, because there was supposed to be a console here. There should be another console here to actually complete this wall. Then we need an artwork on that wall to complete that space. Then there should be probably a side stool here and another side stool here, probably with an artifact on the other side, or a side lamp and a side lamp on that side, to just complete this lounge. Then on the back side of this seat, there should be a console here with items nicely arranged on top to just now complement the entire space. But because of time, and actually people were really asking where, when, so we decided to just shoot as early as today. Then, apart from that, we've done all the electrical points, and this one, as you can see, in form of details, and this is something I've also noted, I need to tell my clients, you will come closer, and when you go around all our switches and sockets, you will not see paint around. So we pull the cables, we do the piping, we leave them there. We finish all our paint works, that is skimming, sanding, and paint works. Then we come and install our switches and sockets as the last item. So to avoid the spillages that when you are doing a project or you're working in a space, you see all the sockets are dirty. Then when you come too close to this wall, you realize that these walls are very smooth, without any bump. If you zoom from afar, you'll still see it very clean, because there is a light here. In most cases where there is a light and there is a wall and the wall is skimming and painting, most of the times you'll find walls have problems. And whenever someone tries to make them neat, at times when the light is not off, when the light is off, you won't see it. But the minute you switch the light on, you see the problem. But in this case, look at the details. Those are some of the things that we take care of before giving the client this side. And such are the things that has actually taken us time, because you end up coming back to redo. I come to the site and I'm supervising from Nairobi. I just keep coming probably after every 1 week, after 2 weeks I come in. Then you realize guys have almost finished the paint works. But when you're walking around, you realize problems. And those are the things I come and tell my brothers and sisters who are painting and skimming that, bro, you have to just go back and probably it's the entire house, and I will point, and they will do that thing. And they have to do it. Right now, actually, we are working on a site in Shanzu, and that is something that actually I noted yesterday, and I told my brothers, please, this ceiling, you painted it, it's brilliant white, but it is a no. Just go back, do all these details, let us get them right before we give it to the client. Probably most of the clients might not even realize, but personally, because I take these projects with all my passion, my body and everything, I endeavor always to get it right. Then apart from that, there are trimmings like this that are also on the design that you will actually realize or you'll see around. And when you check the design that we send to our client that was approved, these are some of the details that are there. And actually, it's almost like a statement, an item that we mostly use on most of our projects. The real essence of doing this is most of the times when you're doing the walls and you look at this arch, the trimming of the edges or the sides sometimes don't look so really nice. So we normally want to trim with this whatever, and then with the frame, then we do our archy trim and run it around. Again, especially in such a house whereby the theme is just plain whitish color, just to tone the color down, such things come in very handy. Then apart from that, look at the beautiful door. This is something we did extremely at the end of the project. We are almost done, but the main door we didn't supply. Then one day we just sat down with the client and she told me, Keith, I want the design for the main door. It is now time. I do it. Then we sat down. I sent her a number of pieces. There were around 6 types of doors, and she told me, out of these 2, let's select one. Then, no, out of the 6, let's select 2. We selected 2, and then out of the 2, we said, let's select one. Then we selected one. And then out of the one, we redesigned again, just to make sure that now she gets what she wanted. Because initially, it was meant to be just these pieces only. Then I took this from another design and added it to this particular piece. Then now when this door was actually supplied on site and it had been fixed, it only had a groove on the inner side. Then I came in and those are the things now, those are the creative minds or the creative capabilities that people have. So I looked at this trimming in the middle and there is a groove on the inner side. And I felt like we need to house this thing inside. Then we took back the door to the CNC machines and then they engraved the outer side. And my end product, I can say to those people who like a bit of intricacies or intricate things, this is simple and beautiful. And I can also call it elegant. And for the lounge, that is it. I will come to the staircase. Then from there, I will go quickly to the dining. So from the lounge, which is on my left, you walk straight into the dining, and this is the dining again as per the designs. Because actually, I'm actually repeating this item as per the design because I've had scenarios whereby clients have already subcontracted interior designers or contractors. Then contractors have supplied items because they just agreed verbally, and then after the verbal, these guys quoted, and then after the quotation, the client approved. But the client only sees or realizes that whatever they talked about or whatever they approved is not exactly what they wanted, or it does not actually fit. So normally the design process gives you an illusion of how the end product will look like before even subcontracting someone. So you exactly know 90% of what you are expecting. So the other bit would be either the workmanship and the finishes, and how probably you can change on the colors, but the item should stay the same. So again, in the dining room, we decided to go with this decorative glass panels on this side, which we have actually nicely trimmed with a beading around. Then we did wainscoting on the lower side, which was actually, again, as per the 3Ds that we supplied. Then this console initially on the 3D was meant to be on that side, but as we have things have been coming in, we realized, let's work with this console on that side. Then apart from that, we have the bar counter, which had been, again, as per the 3D and as per the contractor, actually, this thing had already been designed. So we came in and cladded it nicely with the granite. And if you can look around, the trimming and the edging has been just done perfectly. Then under the cabinet, we did the tile, and this tile we also wanted to get the natural type of finish. So granite flows all the way to this other side, and we have a sink on this other side. So here in the kitchen, the sink is nicely hidden in the corner, but it is part of the counter, just to avoid having the sinks that always people put in the dining at that point. And also, without forgetting, probably look at the beautiful lights that we have also supplied the client. In this dining, you can see a beautiful chandelier on top of the dining table. These items, if before forgetting, actually, most of the times there are 3 options we take in terms of how we get our items. When we are doing our quotation, at times things like these chandeliers, we omit them from the quotation. We list them in, we list the items, but we don't quote for them, because at times these are items you might not exactly know the price in the market at that particular time. So because the items are listed, so as the project goes on, we decide and discuss with the clients, do you want to get these things locally or do you want to get them imported? Then they would say, let's check locally and see what we get. Then we would take a day or 2 or a number of days and walk around the market and just check around. And then, because people have different tastes and preferences, you will end up knowing if whatever is in the market is part of what they want or not. And in this particular case, in this project, we went around and we could not get the light that my client liked. So we decided, and she asked me, Keith, what would be the other option? And the other option was, let's go import these lights. And we got all the chandeliers. This piece, we imported it for this particular project. This dining table, we imported it. And if I cannot, without forgetting this chandelier in the lounge, we also imported, and a number of chandelier. Even there is a chandelier at the staircase area. So I will not waste a lot of your time, but here you can actually also look at the way the ceiling has been done. Simplicity is the mother of design anytime. So we just did a simple design, trimmed with a nice cornice. So a nice stepped ceiling around of 120 millimeter, trimmed with a cornice of 8 mm on the inner side and a cornice of 100 mm on the outer side. The step is going in by 600. Then that step is the one that now carries our warm lights, dining downlighters. And when you are here, with just even the downlighters alone, this place is very cozy. Now with the mirror effect on my right. It is extremely beautiful. And then now making it even more beautiful, it is the feature thing, and that is the kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen, Larry. So guys, again, this is one area that I will not forget to show you, and I would want everyone to see. But again, without forgetting, I will still, out of experience, say that people are different. Clients are always different. People want different styles, different designs and all that. And we cater for all our clients. We listen to you, and we are extremely flexible. We give you what is within your taste and preference. For this kitchen, we designed, the client was happy. The only thing she told me, Keith, I need a small island in the middle. Whatever design you will give me a small island. And then she was so particular. I need my cabinets in white and black. So we gave her a design whereby now on this other side, let me start from this side. We did a design, and this design stayed the way it is. The only thing we changed was the corner pieces. As I was doing the supply and fitting, I realized that whatever I had proposed in that corner, I think it was a wooden shelves, it was not working. So I boxed that thing and brought in black MDF cabinets and placed them in the shelves. And she has not actually furnished the entire kitchen in terms of placing things, but the kitchen is under use. So if you come in, this place is supposed to be for wine bottles, and then the upper part is usable again. Then we have a double fridge. Immediately after the double fridge, we have this is the microwave and the oven, then a drawer on the lower side, which is really functional, and it's for storage, and all the drawers are soft close. On top there, we have this. It has not been stocked, nothing has been put in place, but you can open and store things there, and you can also lock it, again, soft close. Apart from just the boring flow of all items flowing, we provided this particular space, and this space actually can be a decorative entity. If you can decide, and put your probably flowers there, and then another entity you can try and put maybe recipe books and artifact, just to make the kitchen, to just add another thing in the kitchen, instead of having a boring kitchen whereby we just have oven, microwaves, and have all that. So this is not for here, but I'm thinking it can still be used there. So this is for here today. So we have that. And then we also have a space here that can also be used for any other thing. You can place things that you want to reach quickly, or you can use it as a decorative entity. Then immediately after that, again, there is more storage here. You can have, then apart from that, we have this pull-out cabinet that they are using for this, but it is meant to have other items that are probably, as time goes by, they will use. Then from that particular end, we take a turn to the right, and then on the right we have more storages, and that is shelves. The shelves can be used for any other things that are decorative. You can put your things there and they will fit. See? It is normally 350, so anything that is almost 350 can still fit there. So what we did, we supplied the black granite, white doors, and we are doing doors and drawers depending on the functionality. So we are giving you drawers where they need to be, and we are giving you doors where they need to be. Then we've also supplied to my client a double-lipped granite. Double-lipped is actually, normally granite comes in 20 mm, but this one is now 40 millimeter, just to make it slightly different from the rest. And then instead of tiling the backsplash, we decided to go black granite and black backsplash, and it has actually complemented and given us a very polite and very elegant look for the black and white kitchen. And as you can see, the handles are also in black and white. And without forgetting, our brothers who also we work together gave us this hob, which is it's actually, this is all gas, but some are gas and electric, and that also depends with the client. Then apart from that, we will cable your power in terms of electricity in the kitchen, in other places, and we are very specific in terms of positioning and items control and functionality as a factor. So probably here, if I was to give a demonstration, these are DPs. One is for the hood and one is for the cooker. So I'm here and I want to operate that. I just switch that one on, and when I switch it, this is the switch to go off. That is for this one is for the, you see. Then now we have also a hood which is automatic. If I'm on, I do that, it comes on automatic. Then when I want to take it off, I do that. You see, I do that, I don't need to touch. So it's automatic, and then on top, we still have space as storage. Then our socket is inside there. Then here we also have space for storage, soft close, another tall cabinet, soft close, as storage. And then because the heights are so high, because in Mombasa, you know, you have to take your heights high because of the heat. Our cabinets cannot go all the way to the ceiling, but we also don't want to leave space above there so that can collect there. So we put a nice, beautiful space filler or panel, and that we also do it in the same material like the doors and the panels, so that when you're looking at the entire thing, you will not even, it will take you time to realize that is a panel. Then on top of the panel, we run a beautiful cornice all around. Then apart from that, we do the waterfall type of a counter, that is the breakfast counter, and this was a tiny one that could take only 2 people, that is the son and the mother around there. Then on this side, this is the working side, so you would do the preparation from that side. Someone will be doing their homework or something, the kids will be doing their homework there, or you will do your breakfast there, seated facing this side. Then it's a waterfall, nicely trimmed. If you look at the edging, very well polished, and it flows all the way to that side and flows all the way to that side, and the cabinets go in. And Larry, if you come to this side, so this side is the working, because if it's a working, then we give you drawers, because when you do those, they don't give you a lot of storage because it's a shelf in between, and probably you will use it for other things. So this is for more like spoons, cutleries, and so many other things that you will need around the counter. And everything, if you just see, I'm just pulling with ease and pushing with ease, and then they close in soft close, and they go and attach. Then when I want to sit, I just come here, I sit, and this is because this is roughly, this is 900, but we can actually get you a counter of 1.2 depending on the type of stone that you're using. There are stones that we can get in 1.2, and most of the times we're doing this, we try as much as we can to avoid joints on top of the counter. So a smooth flow all the way, so that when you're doing or with time, water do not spill through the stone and go inside. Then here I give you very nice leg room so you can comfortably sit. Then in the middle, look at the beautiful chandelier, and this light, when you are here, you can actually use this light and switch off all the downlighters, and you still be peaceful. So without forgetting all the switches from that side, these are actually DP. One is for the oven, another DP, one is for the microwave. You'll find cases whereby people have supplied the oven and microwave, and the electrical point is behind, so once fitted, you will never switch them on or off. So that is one thing we provide you with. When you're done, you switch them off. When you look at the arrangement, Larry just come, all the switches are positioned at 90 degrees. And the line is very straight. If I just try and demonstrate by putting this here, you will see that this thing is not leaving a joint, or it's not bending. And the same thing, this we do it, actually we repeat until we get it right. It flows all the way to the other side. They are all at the same height. They flow all the way to the other side. Then we cut your stone nicely and fit it on top, so that you do not see the holes. Then under this, because this is a box coming down, it comes all the way to somewhere here. this panel is normally fixed, so the only panel that opens are these two panels on the lower side. And immediately after that, I give you another storage here. And then from there, I come to the side where now this is the preparation. This is the washing or the wet area. So two cabinets, another door under the cabinet because we are gonna supply an under sink. A nice, beautiful double sink. One side is bigger, the one is smaller. And then the top, my client didn't want so many complications, so we got this. There's another one that you put here and you can do whatever. So it's nice, and it's a mixer for hot and cold. And without forgetting, we also supply solar system for houses. For this one, we supplied solar system, so when you push to this side, you get cold water. When you push to this side, it is hot water. Then it takes a return, and then without forgetting, again, another detail, if you look at this side, it's a shorter side, and most people will trim this with a 100 mm granite going all the way. What I did, I decided to, instead of doing the bigger panel or doing the smaller panel, I decided that this trimming goes to the height of the window. Then on top of the window, I put a backsplash again on top, flowing all the way. Then I trim, slightly coming in by around 10 mm so that it sits in and everything looks just neat, and someone can use this surface for storage or for putting things, and also for purposes of maintaining. Instead of at times this place is a bit messy, it becomes easy with granite. Then on this side, because this is a stepped counter, on that side is a bar, on this side a cabinet. So I put a granite on this side, and then because it's stepped, again, I don't supply granite that size on that side. I just take it up to touch the other piece on the upper level, then, so that we have a smooth floor, so we don't have whites and blacks. So this place also trimmed nicely. So we're expecting this space has been left out intentionally, and because of finances, there would be a chiller that is supposed to be supplied here, so that anytime you need your white wine, you get from here. Then more sockets, and I've actually noticed that when they're here, this is really being functional because they're using this for charging, and whenever they want to do any blending, this is where they get. Then again, when you're seated on that counter, we supplied these beautiful hanging suspended lights for purposes of when you're here, you can actually just enjoy, and with your guests, you can do your things there without disturbing anyone, without switching on so many lights. And then the flow, we also maintain the same type of flow all around the house. Instead of doing different types of stones here, it is the wood finish all through, apart from the bathrooms. So without further ado, let me take you to the pantry. So to the pantry, we decided there is no need to put a door here. One, because of cost. Two, I'm not hiding anything. So we decided to just trim it nicely with a frameless, or a frame that doesn't have grooves, like that one for the door, and then trim it nicely with the architraves on either side. And it is like that. And then we give you a beautiful pantry. Normally we get, like for this particular project, before I forget, I came here, and when I came in, the pantry had been finished, and the contractor had done slabs of shelves in 150 around this place. There were slabs, actually. They were meant to be slabs. So you come in, and there were like 2 or 3 slabs around here that were meant to be for storage. And I looked at these, and I was like, what is this? And the client just saw me reacting even before I talked. And she said, Keith, I'm giving you this space. Give me what you feel is right. And from that particular point, I knew for this project, I'm going to do my best. So I designed afresh, and the design was approved, and we demolished and come in and just see how this thing looks. So tall cabinets, drawers, open shelves. Then after that, we just have a counter again. If you want to do chapati, you want to do things in the back, and people are on that side, you can come and do your preparation. So your pantry becomes an extended kitchen, and then it has high levels and low level. Then under the high level, we give you open shelves. So that if you want, actually, in real sense, these are supposed to be baskets with items inside. So you just come and say, this is sugar, this is bread, this is flour, this is detergents, this is whatever. And then you pick. So I know that they haven't settled properly, but I'm expecting with time they will come and do that. Then we give you again storage. Those are shelves on the top, on the high level, on the low level high cabinets. So all these are shelves, you can still have more storage. And then we give you open shelves again for baskets or for things you just want to put in. Then on the left side, I give you now the big boxed shelvings. So if you have bigger storage in boxes, you can now put your things here. And just look at how this pantry looks. It is magnificent. And then our cabinets again go all the way, just an extended kitchen, but not a cooking area. Then the trimming again, that is the cornice. One beautiful light in the middle. Again, this one I got it from somewhere. I think they're around, but we were trying to get unique things. Then it's still white with black handles. The granite steel, again, we didn't tone down because this is a pantry. It's still a double lipping, and that is it. The stone on the floor still the granito tiles. When you look at the skirting, it's still mahogany. When you look at the frames, it's still mvule. Then, without forgetting, for those people who just want to see other spaces, then I will just walk you through some other spaces. So we have the pantry here. So this is the Dobby sink, tiled nicely, taps are flowing, plumbing was done properly, flowing to the outer side. And then also, if you're doing the tiles, we just do nicely even on the window panel. So sometimes people would get to the pantry and just get tired and like, let's finish. As we just make sure everything flows, even under the cabinet, everything just done properly. And if you look at it on the floor has been just well done, and it echoes the entire house. Then apart from that, we give you an ironing space. So it is granite, you just come with a sheet of cloth or maybe a sheet you put on top, and then there is a socket, there is a backsplash to hold the socket nicely. The trimming has been done properly, not going shortcut saying that this is a pantry. We give you nice backsplash for the granite, and because now water spills, we decided to add a small piece of tile to come to the height of the window. So this can be used for ironing, and then detergents and all the other things can be put under there. And then because you remember the idea of the stone, this is also stone, but now I decided to clad it. And actually after finishing, I've realized I'm going to remove this panel. This panel is actually covering the walls. And those are the concrete walls that my contractor had already done. But in this particular room, I decided I will not demolish, so I paneled that side and I paneled this side. But after coming in and the house was under use, I've decided I'm going to remove this panel and that panel and put a black granite here and a black granite here. But when you look here, the storage has been well thought out, and we also give you a space for normal manual washing. Unataka kukanyaga maduve, you just come and kanyaga, and we give you 2 taps. One can just be supplying water to the outer side through a pipe, and one, the lady can be using it. Then look at the curtain by Cherry Bitok. Beautifully done, and everything has just been laid in place nicely. Look at it. So on this other side, there is also a DSQ. I really don't think it's necessary for me to go in, so I will leave. But also, this is a place for the machines. On top of it, we provided a cabinet. And again, we are not doing any shortcuts. We just want to get our details right. We get our whiteboard on top, and then a nice trimming just to kill the monotony of white. So just a nice trimming on the inner side. And because this is where the story is, we just thought, why not a darker color? Then the machine go there. Then the place is nice, it's cozy. You can sit in, you can do your things. So apart from that, on the ground floor, let me just quickly show you something. So guys, without wasting time, this is our office. So we did a nice wooden cabinets, and then that is storage on the lower side, shelves. So books, and I won't say the profession, but the client needed an office. So this is a decorative place where you have trophies and all that with a light. Then if you, and all the awards and whatever, decorative things, artifacts, whatever they were supposed to be. And these are for books. Then I'm expecting her to supply, or we will supply for her, a nice beautiful office desk to sit here facing that side. And this was done intentionally. This, when you want to have a Zoom meeting or you have an online meeting and you are on camera, then with your books and all that, or your portraits of your kids and all that behind here, it is a beautiful thing. Then we tried, because the cabinets are too tall, so that upper part is a build-up gypsum to just cover up and make sure that it is not going all the way to the ceiling. Then, as I told you, the ceiling is just a simple step, 600 mm from the wall, and then inside, and then in the middle, that is 300 mm, we have our downlighters. Then we have a fan, as usual, Mombasa fan, very key. Then we have sockets around. Then on this other side, because of the kids, we also give you shelves for books for the kids and toys. Then a study table here. So in the meantime, they're using these plastic chairs, but we are in she's also thinking of getting proper now chairs for this. And if she, probably maybe if she gets 3 kids in future, or maybe if she, whatever. This is kid number 1, kid number 2, kid number 3. And the client herself seated here, and she can easily supervise the works, and still a big window overlooking the outside, so she can be here, open the window, as you work, you throw your eyes out, and it's a beautiful thing. So that is it for the office. I'll not spend a lot of time there. So let me just show you our guest bedroom, because there are guys again who will still ask. We wanted just to see. So this is the guest bedroom. Larry, if you can be on that side. So as you walk in, we have the switch to the washroom. Larry, come and see. So this is now washroom number 1. So I will just mention a few things. This is customized vanity that we've done. So this is permanent. This is openable. Open, and it's soft close, it goes. A small panel on the side, a granite, and then a sink on top. And then we have the tap properly working. That is for the cold, that is for the hot water, and this is for the cold water. This is also customized mirror to fit into the space. And the light, again, all the lights we had to import. Then this is the towel holder, and the theme, because it's black, we went for black. Then also, this is where we have the suspended toilet inbuilt, or the concealed system. Then this is the place for the flash. Then we also decided to supply the whatever. This is called the Asian tap. It is locked, but when you open, then it still works. Then without that, we also mounted all the towel, the tissue holders, and the same thing in all the bathrooms. I remember the contractor one day when he came in and we were installing this thing, he said that I'm conventionally used to this thing staying on the horizontal side. And I told him, we normally try new things, and ours just vertical. And normally sometimes some people just want, when they are there and seated, they pick the thing, finish. Then when they're done, you just throw it. It is harder when it's on that side. Then this is the medicine cabinet. So whoever is on this side can always put that whatever there. Then on the left side, we have the toilet brush holder. I don't want to whatever faucet, and then it's glass. The trimming is also in black and white. Then we also customized all the bathrooms, and then all the tiling in this house. We've done all the tiling, so all the bathrooms, the tiling, and the frameless glass shower cubicles we have also supplied. And that's why some of these things take a long period. Then when you're here, we are the ones who have sourced for the shower heads, and then the mixers and the spout. So that is it for that space. Then the door, without forgetting, I also give you door stoppers, and that is magnetic, and that has been done in all the spaces. And this is the guest bedroom. We've done the lights on the front side, that is the wall brackets. The bed is in place. The window, this is a very big sliding window with a balcony on that side, a veranda with a light, and it needs to be furnished. The room, we need a carpet here, we need a small beautiful door seat around this place, and then probably a wall hanging there. Then if I was to talk about the ceiling, a nice beautiful chandelier, also imported, beautiful gypsum ceiling, 2 fans on either side, and then the walls well done, the floor very well done, then the skirting well done, then the wardrobes flow from that side to that side. And actually the main reason this room is big, she feels like it's an extended master bedroom. Whenever she feels she wants to spend on this side without going upstairs, she can still be able to do that. And that's why she has most big cabinets, or many cabinets here. So we have this panel, we have this panel, we have this panel, and we have this panel, and we have a shoe rack on this end. Then in this panel, probably I don't want to open because probably things have been thrown in. We have some with drawers, some with just shelves, some with drawers, some with shelves, then some are just shelves, some are just hangers, things like that. And then it flows all the way, nicely trimmed. And this is super gloss white cabinets. Then we give you nice beautiful handles. Yeah, you see, I told you let me not open because some things have been thrown here. So for purposes of privacy, beautiful handles, and this I've used all through the house. I didn't want to complicate things, so it's as simple as that. The only cabinets that I will show you that are different are in the kids' bedroom. So Larry, my guy, let's go.